Kim Seon-ho is proof that even if the whole country blacklists you for things that weren't even proven to be real, you are able to dust it off and rise again. Also, his case shows that sometimes people will lie to destroy somebody's career, like we know a similar thing happened to Soojin. This video will show you how badly his career was damaged and how he was able to prove his innocence and be able to come back to the entertainment world. It started with an anonymous poster claiming to be K's ex-girlfriend exposing her ex-boyfriend, who is a celebrity, exposing duality and the real shameless self of actor K, who has recently been raised to stardom, claiming he forced her to have an abortion and took advantage of her under the pretense of marriage. Introduced herself as the actor's ex-girlfriend, and they had broken up about 4 months before she posted this post. She explained she got pregnant after a single unprotected intercourse. She said she was told she was physically weak to get pregnant since she was young, so she wanted to deliver the baby. However, unlike his initial promises, actor K started saying, "If you give birth now, I have to pay 900 million KRW in damages, but I don't have money right now. What if you jeopardize my parents as well? Let's move in together next year," encouraging her to have an abortion. He sent me 2 million KRW for abortion procedures. I thought I would share. I have been in and out of the hospital, so I sent him pictures of receipts and showed how I spent that money. He then flipped out like a madman, saying I was trying to make him feel guilty. He also started to make a big deal out of something minimal and threatened me. I also wrote that she laughed when he came under fire for screaming on a TV show. That's one of his genuine sides. Unlike his public image, he is cruel and cold in real life. He also frequently badmouthed behind of his co-workers, including his seniors, colleagues, director, and everyone around him. Said he broke up with her over the phone call, saying he can't risk his finances and popularity. As many requested proof of her claims, she wrote, "Many of you have been requesting pictures, and it's not hard. There are many pictures. I have kept them private just because of possible legal issues. Omitted, I have been suffering in guilt and pain for over a year, and I didn't hastily decide to write this." Quite quickly, people started suspecting that K was Kim Seon-ho. The same day that people started to think it was him, Domino's Pizza Korea decided to delete endorsement ads and set YouTube commercials to private without even hearing from Kim Seon-ho's side. The next day, Kim Seon-ho's label came out with a little statement. "We apologize for failing to deliver a statement promptly. The agency is currently confirming the facts regarding the anonymous post. As the truth of the matter has yet to be confirmed, we strongly ask that you all wait a little longer. Once again, we apologize for causing concerns through such unseemly news." Also, Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha wrap-up interview was cancelled due to these accusations, which might have been really upsetting, as the show brought him so much attention and praise, and he couldn't even enjoy it for a moment. Korean netizens also demanded for Kim Seon-ho to leave 2 days and 1 night because they felt uncomfortable seeing someone in a controversy. To remind you, it has been only 1 day since the post was posted and already everyone trying to blacklist him without any proof, and Kim Seon-ho's side explaining their side. Then the same day, after facing this cancellation from the public, Kim Seon-ho released a statement. "This is Kim Seon-ho. First, I sincerely apologize for my belated statement. When I first saw the news articles with my name on them a few days ago, I experienced a fear like I had never felt before, which is why I am only now presenting myself in writing. I dated this person with good feelings, but during the relationship, I hurt this person due to my incompetence and lack of consideration. I had hoped to meet with this person again in order to deliver my sincere apology, but I am currently unable to do so and am waiting for that time when I am presented with the opportunity. In the meantime, I hope to relay my apology in earnest through this letter. I would also like to apologize to all those who trusted me and cheered me on until the end, for disappointing you. I was only able to stand tall as actor Kim Seon-ho because of the people who cheered me on, but I had forgotten this fact. I also take this time to apologize to the many people who worked with me on various productions for the harm which I have caused due to my mistakes. Once again, I want to sincerely apologize to all who may have been hurt by this incident. I know that these ramblings are insufficient to reach many people earnestly, but I offer my honest thoughts in any way that I can. I am truly sorry. Due to this kind of statement where he didn't explain anything but just apologized, people thought he was guilty then. He's obviously only sorry because he got exposed. Otherwise, he would have taken accountability in private rather than after the scandal blew up. But we all know there's going to be delusional people out there who are going to say that people make mistakes and that he should be forgiven, and how they'll still support him. The same day it was confirmed that he left one night, 2 days, and he was dropped from many projects. In just 2 days after the post went up, he lost basically everything. It shows how cruel these companies and netizens can be. With Kim Soo-hyun's situation, brands and projects were holding on for a long time. Some still do when there is so much out there. But for Kim Seon-ho, there was only one post, and that one post was massively destroying his career. Then on the 20th of October, Kim Seon-ho's ex-girlfriend posted an apology. I received an apology from him. I think there were misunderstandings between us. I apologize for causing unintended trouble for many people through my writing. She added, I didn't feel good to see him fall apart in an instant because of the radical writing when there was a time that he and I truly loved each other. I don't want any more information that is different from the truth to spread or anything about him and me to spread. I feel burdensome because I feel this incident has caused a lot of people trouble. But what did she expect? She ruined his career at the time and then said, I didn't know it would cause so much trouble. Then on the same day, October 20th, an anonymous Instagram user who claimed to personally know actor Kim Seon-ho and his ex-girlfriend began posting a series of blank photos with captions that alluded to Kim Seon-ho's controversy. KJH, LSG, celebrities who got hit negatively after they tried to leave their agency. But these are only the revealed cases. There are a lot more unrevealed cases where celebrities' knees crumble down. It's because I saw that happen directly. During their contract years, stating the reason that they are managing all possible risks. The agency makes the celebrity reveal everything to them and discuss things with them first. And then when the celebrity tries to leave the agency, they have a hold on the celebrity's Achilles heel and shake up everything for them and leave them to die on the ground. An industry truth. On October 25th, I plan to reveal many truths. I have already turned over a lot of documents to reporters and have completed all my fact checks. I know this is a dangerous and scary thing to do, but I think it's wrong to just let the truth be buried. I know Kim Seon-ho well and also know the person who exposed him on the online community forum. I don't know whether my exposure will benefit or hurt anyone, but from a third-person perspective, I will be rational in revealing the truths of famous celebrities. Please wait. However, the anonymous user backed down and released a statement. Hello. First of all, many of you have waited for me, and I would like to apologize. I have neither the ability nor the talent to lie in this situation. The reason I decided to disclose the information on October 25th is that I needed time to find out about the legal disadvantages I could be facing. In fact, I actually received a business card from Dispatch, but I hadn't submitted any documents then. I plan to submit them on Friday, October 22nd. However, starting on October 20th at around 1 p.m., I began to receive continuous threats and persuasive messages from someone, including one where they claimed they would file a lawsuit claiming damages from me, and I felt pressured. The reason I am trying to tell the truth is not due to the woman's past nor the conspiracy theories that are circulating the internet now. It is because the content of the accusatory post has problematic aspects to it, enough to shake the basic foundation of this case. Of course, if you look at the claims made by the woman, Kim Seon-ho deserves to be condemned, and he is in the wrong without room for any excuses. However, I want you to know that there are also a lot of problematic aspects to her post itself, and there are areas in which Kim Seon-ho is extremely wronged. A disgraced YouTuber and former reporter, Lee Jin-ho, also talked about this situation. By the way, at that time Lee Jin-ho was respected. There are divided opinions that it is a victim. It's hard to see that everything I wrote is all true. There were more than a few parts that were distorted, and there were questions that arose due to this reason. This was what happened between a man and a woman, and Kim Seon-ho did not do anything wrong according to the law. However, ultimately, the two were lovers, and the pregnancy and abortion were close to the real truth. However, I will not speak about this further since Kim Seon-ho, who is at the center of this, has apologized. Moreover, Lee Jin-ho drew the line in regard to the controversy that Salt Entertainment purposely exposed the actor. The reporter stated this isn't true. In actuality, the contract has not ended, and Salt Entertainment stated that they have to manage Kim Seon-ho as long as he belongs to the company, and the agency must worry about paying the fees for breaching contracts. In my eyes, they're a company that is trying to protect Kim Seon-ho. The show Hong Jin-kyung's movie fan life blurred out his face in the episode he appeared, so another project was lost. People were still skeptical about his agency, Salt Entertainment. An anonymous Instagram user who claimed to personally know actor Kim Seon-ho insisted his agency, Salt Entertainment, is manipulating the media. Kim Seon-ho has signed an exclusive contract for 3 years, from September 2018 to September 2021. From October 2021, his contract with Salt Entertainment is only temporary. Unlike the exclusive contract, this new temporary contract from October lays out clauses holding Kim Seon-ho responsible for breaching advertisement deals. Salt Entertainment should stop manipulating media by saying things such as "until the end" and "absolutely not true" and start precisely explaining. In other words, reveal the 2 different liquidated damage clauses regarding advertisement deals from the exclusive contract and the temporary contract to the general public. Netizens were continuously curious about why Salt Entertainment took so long to respond to Kim Seon-ho's controversy when they have usually responded promptly to other rumors. Salt Entertainment is so scary. Yeah, I wonder why Salt Entertainment didn't respond quickly enough. I know this agency replied so quickly when a scandal about their actor surfaced. They didn't respond as quickly, but anything about their agency, they release articles right away refuting the claims. Salt Entertainment needs to reveal the contract terms to prove that they didn't manipulate the media. If we are able to see the contract period, then we will be able to confirm that Kim Seon-ho's contract didn't really expire, and we can see this scandal didn't happen during his recontract period. And I'm not a fan of Kim Seon-ho, but this is ridiculous because lovers break up in life, and this shouldn't cause him to lose all advertisement deals and such. On October 26, KST, Dispatch released an article titled Kim Seon-ho and the 12 Ignored Truths, which showed a timeline of Kim Seon-ho and his ex-girlfriend's relationship from when they first dated to when they broke up. In particular, Dispatch explicitly used the rumored name of Kim Seon-ho's ex-girlfriend, Choi Young-ah. Choi Young-ah is a former weather forecaster turned influencer. Choi Young-ah met Kim Seon-ho at the end of 2019 through a gathering with her friends, and in early March 2020, the two started dating. In mid-March, she admitted to Kim Seon-ho that she had been married before and is a divorcee, which flustered Kim Seon-ho a little. After consulting with his friend, however, Kim Seon-ho decided he still wanted to date her. "I'm going to keep seeing her. I started seeing her because I like her. Of course, my parents are worried. But for me, it doesn't make a difference if she is divorced." Kim Seon-ho wanted to be with Choi Young-ah, so he traveled a lot to Busan and Gapyeong to spend time with her. The two frequented the zoo, amusement parks, and Seoul suburbs. In her revelation, Choi Young-ah stated that the two had to keep their relationship secret, and they couldn't even hold hands in public. Dispatch questioned why she tried to hide the good memories she made with Kim Seon-ho out and about. Dispatch also pointed out that she accused Kim Seon-ho of changing personalities after the abortion, but their visit to the aforementioned pet cafe came after the abortion. On July 8, 2020, Kim Seon-ho received a lengthy apology message from Choi Young-ah. This message followed the couple's first breakup, dated July 7th. Dispatch commented that Choi Young-ah had repeatedly lied to Kim Seon-ho, which caused him to bid her goodbye. "I'm sorry for doing this, Seon-ho, when you're on set for shoots. I love you, and I want the best for you, but I know that can't justify the fact that I've been lying to you. I know everything I've done wrong to you. I wanted us to be happy, so I tried to keep you in the blind. But I see now that it has hurt you and made you miserable. I'm so brokenhearted right now, but it's all my fault. So I'm going to learn from it and put up with this pain. I know you don't want to hear me out right now, and you probably can't even believe anything I say. But you meant everything to me, and so I want to apologize from the bottom of my heart again. I'm sorry for the times that I've hurt you. I've stayed home since last night and thought about what I could have done differently. I also thought about how you must have felt and what I can do from here on. I decided that I can change by being more transparent with you. I've always thought I'm a complicated person, and so I can't share a lot about myself. But I realize now that I could have just chosen to open up to you. It's a shame I'm only seeing how easy that would have been because I know you tried to convince me once, but I didn't understand. It's not that I didn't mind lying to you. I did what I did because I love you so much. In fact, the way I feel about you is so much more than just love. I cherish you, and I have always wanted to protect you, and I think it led me to make some wrong decisions. Yesterday, you tried to give me a second chance so that I could make things right between us. I know I have disappointed you beyond repair at this point, but if only you could find it in your heart to let me try again, I'll give it my best. Lying isn't habitual for me. I made a mistake because we've been getting into a lot of fights lately, and I didn't want to make things uncomfortable between us. I was stupid to make such a choice, but I honestly wanted us to be happy. That's all. I'm not trying to excuse myself for the choice I made. I'm just saying I was trying to do what's best for us. I regret it deeply now. I know that had I told you the truth, you would have told me that it's all okay. But I guess I became afraid that you might feel anxious deep inside. And I wanted you to feel completely safe with me. Come to think of it, I don't know if I could have done the same had I been in your position. I know you tried really hard to understand where I'm coming from. I also know that you tried to help me make the right choices, too. That's why yesterday I felt like I can finally come clean. It scared me, but in the moment, I felt like I could tell you everything and just start over on the right foot. It must have come as such a shock to you though. I know how offended and baffled you must have felt. This is super selfish of me, but spending time with you made me expect a grand future for us. Yet it also made me feel terrified when you started becoming more popular with your career, really taking off with those TV shows, movies, etc. I think I started feeling pressured, like I should become a better person too so that I deserve to stay by your side, so that we can have the future that we always dreamed of. That might explain why I started rushing into things more recently. I know I've been hasty with contracts in YouTube. It's not for money or success though. It's because I wanted to become someone worthy to be with you. You must be feeling extremely angry and betrayed right now. But I never, ever meant to make you feel that way. I only wanted us to be happy. I should have known better. Can you please let me fix this? I promise you, I will earn your trust back. I know you're disappointed because I keep making the same mistakes and you don't have it in you to trust me anymore. And I know you probably don't even want anything to do with me anymore, but please give me one more chance. It's all up to me to make it up to you, and I really want to give us another try. You're the only one I have, Seon-ho. But if you end up leaving me, I'm ready to accept that decision too because I love you. That's how much I love you and how serious I am about us. But if you could please give me the chance to make this right, I will. Can you please remember the good things about us and let us try again? I will never, ever hide anything from you ever again, and I'll never try to justify my wrongdoings either. After receiving the apologetic text message from Choi Young-ah, Kim Seon-ho consulted a friend on the matter, though it quickly turned into more of a vent session which revealed a bit more about what led to the fight, the breakup, and the apology. Kim Seon-ho, I just broke up with her. This is seriously ridiculous. Friend A. In the morning? Kim Seon-ho, I caught her lying early yesterday morning. I cut her some slack before, but she got caught lying again, saying she didn't hang out with another man when she clearly did. Kim Seon-ho, what's worse is, when I asked her about it, she thought I was talking about something else. So she ended up telling me about a different man that she met up. Friend A. She must have met up with a lot of other men. Kim Seon-ho, she met them for work, but she didn't want to tell me about them. Kim Seon-ho, I told Choi Young-ah that she can go to clubs and meet up with guys. I told her I won't get mad about it as long as she tells me where she is and drops me a text when she gets home. But she couldn't even do that for me. Friend A. That's all we ever want, but can't ever get. Kim Seon-ho. Once, I got done with a shoot early, so I asked her what she was doing. She said she was sleeping. I went to her house with a gift, but she wasn't home. Her car was also gone. After that, she said she wouldn't lie anymore. I'm so angry. Friend A. You need to date someone else. Don't be with someone who stresses you out like that. Kim Seon-ho shares the apologetic text message he received. Friend A. How do you feel? Kim Seon-ho. I still like her, but I know where this is headed. Kim Seon-ho. And I know she'll start lying again. Friend A. The chances of that are higher. Friend A. Do you see a future with her? Kim Seon-ho. Not quite yet. Kim Seon-ho. She poured her heart out in this message, but, sigh. Friend A. It's upsetting how everyone else seems to have it easy. Falling in love, dating, and getting married, even. But it's so difficult for us. Friend A. The way I see it, she'll keep making the same mistakes. Kim Seon-ho. My head hurts. I don't think she can change. Friend A. The stuff you see in shows like The World of the Married or Love and War, they're real. Kim Seon-ho. When I try to see it from an outsider's perspective, it makes sense. But when I'm in the middle of it all, I feel like I'm drowning. Kim Seon-ho. I can't think clearly and it's so frustrating. Friend A. You know she's playing you, but you're letting her. The next day, Kim Seon-ho forgave Choi Young-ah. He accepted the advice from his hubby actor and friend B, who told him that Choi Young-ah wouldn't do such a thing again. Choi Young-ah is promising you that she won't do anything like that ever again. Try to see the sincerity in her apology and please accept it. Dispatch claimed that this friend B is also the theater actor that Choi Young-ah referred to in her original revelation. He is Kim Seon-ho's closest friend and the two completely trust each other. According to Dispatch's timeline, Choi Young-ah confirmed she was pregnant on July 24, 2020. She had been emotional when she texted and called Kim Seon-ho, though in her revelation she said that Kim Seon-ho reacted negatively. Friend B's story, however, is different. At first, he celebrated it with her. He said it's a good thing to have happened to them. But in reality, he was actually scared. He thought about it a lot. Unfortunately, the two agreed to let the baby go and he couldn't have been more cautious when he talked to me about it. On July 27, 2020, on the day of the abortion, Friend B waited a while for the couple in the parking lot. Friend B pointed out that Kim Seon-ho and Choi Young-ah ended up talking and she started having different thoughts. Eventually, the two came down to meet up with Friend B and go forward with the day as planned. They came down with swollen eyes. The decision must not have been easy to make. When I went to the hospital with Choi Young-ah, Kim Seon-ho went around shopping for seaweed soup. He's not someone who is great at cooking, but after the abortion, Kim Seon-ho is said to have cooked seaweed soup for Choi Young-ah for 2 weeks. Note that in Korea, seaweed soup is highly recommended for women who have recently given birth. Dispatch stated that while Choi Young-ah had been taken care of as such, she accused Kim Seon-ho of having completely changed in attitude following the abortion. Dispatch then questioned why Choi Young-ah insisted that Kim Seon-ho wanted to hide her from his parents. According to Choi Young-ah's friend C, Kim Seon-ho had actually introduced her to his parents as his girlfriend, though he did leave out the fact that she had been divorced, all after the abortion took place. Even after the abortion, she grew close with Seon-ho's parents. He tried hard to be trustworthy. He also adopted a Shiba named Hoa so she wouldn't be lonely while staying by herself. Dispatch also brought up how Choi Young-ah accused Kim Seon-ho of being money-hungry. While her revelation made it sound like he only provided about $1,710 after the abortion, her friend D told Dispatch a completely different story. Her tendency to splurge on luxuries made things difficult for Kim Seon-ho. During Christmas, she bought a luxury bag worth 7.00 million KRW, about $5,990. She used her own card but had Kim Seon-ho pay it off. She bragged about it, so all of us know. I was dumbfounded when I heard about the abortion money thing. I've never seen Choi Young-ah pay for anything. Kim Seon-ho paid for most of her things. He's the one who likes luxury goods? Please. Everyone around her knows who is the one actually obsessed with luxury goods. Both friend C and friend D sided with Kim Seon-ho, despite their friendships with Choi Young-ah. Choi Young-ah also worried about the abortion. Of course, it's not an easy decision to make. Kim Seon-ho must be tired of her lies. It's ironic that she is criticizing him at this point. She grew pretty possessive too. She would check his phone for texts and DMs. She wanted Kim Seon-ho to go bankrupt and come back to her. And, well, that's what happened. Back in January 2021, Dispatch received a tipping email about Choi Young-ah and her ex-husband, the reason for their divorce, and Kim Seon-ho's relationship with her. The hottest rising star and an influencer who was once married to a chaebol. From Anonymous to Dispatch, January 11th, Monday 2:15 p.m. I think actor Kim Seon-ho, who is gaining popularity with the shows like Two Nights One Day and Startup, is coming by my apartment complex more frequently these days. I've seen him in the elevators, although he tries to hide his face with a hat. It has been months already. He's dating the KBS weather presenter Choi Young-ah, who is censored, rich, and once married to censored. Choi is now a seller on Instagram. I couldn't snap any pictures of her in the elevator though. Before Choi finalized her divorce with her ex-husband, she censored. I'm not sure if Kim Seon-ho knows about this, but I'm pretty sure he keeps going over to her house. He's all masked up, but I'm certain it's him. He looks exactly like the Kim Seon-ho I've seen on TV. Anyway, I saw him at least 4 times. All on Sundays though. Since I can't verify if it's Kim Seon-ho, why don't you look into it and cross-check? Censored. He could be a Kim Seon-ho lookalike whom I might have mistaken to be the actor. So I'll let Dispatch do the rest. Censored. You know, I've seen him in the apartment parking lot too. Dispatch revealed what Kim Seon-ho's friendie remembered about his relationship with Choi Young-ah around January 2021. Friendie stated that Choi Young-ah kept countless audio and video recordings of Kim Seon-ho. Kim Seon-ho once told me that he was having a hard time because of the situation surrounding Choi Young-ah. Apparently, she said she was receiving threats, getting harassed by gangsters, dealing with harassment from the wife of her ex-husband, facing lawsuits, and so on. He said he couldn't handle a lot of what's happening. Kim Seon-ho and Choi Young-ah once checked each other's KakaoTalk messages. At that time, he discovered that she had numerous audio and video recordings of him. Think about it from his perspective. Wouldn't that be scary? Based on Dispatch's timeline, Kim Seon-ho and Choi Young-ah's relationship lasted through April 2021. In May 2021, the two separated ways. Dispatch questioned the validity of Choi Young-ah's revelation. As the report wrapped up with some final words from friend B, Kim Seon-ho told me that he doesn't want to fight her while the entire nation watches on because after all, it is true that he couldn't keep the baby. And he tried to understand because he loved her at one point. That's why, instead of arguing the points she made in her revelation, he just apologized. That's the kind of person Kim Seon-ho is. Their relationship had been perfectly normal. He never tried to keep her secret. I mean, I saw it all, didn't I? After the reports made by Dispatch, the online communities have been filled with discussions about Kim Seon-ho and the alleged ex-girlfriend, Choi Young-ah. If this is true then, was that even Kim Seon-ho's baby? So the truth was uncovered. The people who cut Kim Seon-ho from advertisements and spread false articles just after listening to one side should apologize. He really loved her. This is so sad. I think Kim Seon-ho is amazing if he stayed silent without explaining all this. If this is true, with the public becoming shocked and perplexed as to who is telling the truth, report/YouTuber Lee Jin-ho released a video titled, "The Shocking True Nature of Kim Seon-ho's Ex-Girlfriend, Voice Recording Revealed." In the video, reporter Lee Jin-ho explained that this is a voice recording of Kim Seon-ho's ex-girlfriend's ex-husband, who had once appeared in a small podcast. Lee Jin-ho explained that the person in question didn't reveal himself that he was the ex-husband of Kim Seon-ho's ex-girlfriend, but the reporter was able to find out the actual entity of this man through investigation. The divorce trial is quite long, so I wanted to end it in a settlement, but she kept asking for money, so I decided to go harsh. There were a lot of things during the trial. In one trial, she came like a bum, looking pitiful. We were asked if there were any last words, and she said stuff like, "I wanted to protect this marriage since marriage comes with the responsibility that is different from dating." He continued to say that A had spent much money during the period of the trial getting plastic surgery. So I left the house we used to live in and she stayed there. Then slowly her family began to occupy the house so that I can't go back. What's funny is that I went back since I have to get my stuff. And there was a surveillance camera installed. I think she installed it because she was afraid she doesn't know when I would come back to the house. I found some wires connected to the camera and found a hard drive. So I took it because I felt I would find something in it. So I watched the whole surveillance. I didn't watch more since I found the evidence. It wasn't even a month, but within 3 weeks, she brought 3 men to the house. 3 different men. And she would do it on the sofa. So, the 2 young guys seemed to be from a host bar and one was an old man. He's her sponsor. I did more research and found that she had a sponsor before the marriage and he's that sponsor. So she's really dirty. He further explained, after all, that she came to the court saying that she doesn't want a divorce. So I showed the judge that tape and he judged that we can get a divorce. The public opinion switched immediately. Chinese fans supported the actor with a billboard ad in the middle of Seoul, and Korean netizens felt bad for Kim Seon-ho, and stories of Kim Seon-ho's kindness started to spread. Also, people wanted Kim Seon-ho to come back to 2 days and 1 night, and no company charged Kim Seon-ho with penalties. Even though most of the time media destroys some people's careers, this time it saved his career. Of course, it's quite weird what we know about Lee Jin-ho now, but in Kim Seon-ho's situation, he helped him to get the truth out about that woman. As well as Dispatch with their investigation did the most work, even though many of us dislike them. Since he was proven to be just a victim of a cruel woman, he was able to come back to the entertainment world and has been very active. This story teaches many people a lot. Be careful of who you are dating. If they keep disrespecting you, leave. Don't believe only in one side, and especially anonymous people exposing something. Wait before making a strong opinion. Probably you as well learned something from this story. But yeah, thank you for watching, and see you next time.